Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today I will be showing one project that I had made 2 or 3 months ago. Uh, it is kind of basic C++ command prompt project. Uh, it is a so the project name is Employee Data Management System. I had made it like 3 months ago, but there was some bugs, so I had fixed it, and let's see how will it work. I will be just open my terminal. So I will switch to the found folder in which I had put that CPP file. So let's move it to documents. There it is, C++ um, course something. Yeah, C++ course. And there one more folder. There is one more folder that is projects, and in that there is a folder called Employee Data Management System. Yeah, so if I look into the what are the components that are there in the Employee Data Management System folder, so as you can see there are one CPP file. So that is the CPP file that is contain all the source code that I had written for this project. So let's run it. Let's just compile this CPP file. Uh, okay, so if you compile this CPP file, there will be some errors that will come, but you can just ignore these errors. It will run definitely fine. Uh, okay, so there is one a.exe file, so I will just execute that a.exe. Yeah, so as you can see, this dashboard will come that will say Employee Data Management System, and it will ask you for the signing up for entering into this the actual data. We can say the dashboard. There will be some options that can be performed on the data. So I will just sign up using let's say Alex. Okay, the password you can choose any as you wish. Okay, so it will be showing some transition to go from signing up to signing in. So let's if you just so I will show how will it react when I will enter any wrong username or password. So let's see. I am just entering some random username and some random password. It will say username and password is incorrect. Okay, and it will just pop up some sound also. Okay, so now I will just enter the actual username and password. Okay, so there are some options that you can see over here. This is one option that if it is saying that if you press 1 you can insert the data. Okay, if you press 2 you can see the data of a particular employee. If you press 3 you can see the data of the all the employees that are there in the program. Okay, for deleting the any existing record you can press 4. For updating the existing record you can press 5. Likewise for signing out you can press 6, and for come back from the this program you can press 7. Okay, so I will just pressing 1 as I want to insert the data of some employees. Okay, so it is asking enter the number of employees data you want to insert. Okay, so I will just enter the 2 because I want to insert the data of 2 employees. Okay, okay, so it is asking enter the data of the first employee. So I want to insert the it is asking for me to insert the ID of the employee. Okay, so I will just insert 101 name. let's see, give it as a John. Okay, contact any arbitrary number you can type. Okay, enter the data of the second employee 102. Name, let's say what, Yin. Let's just keep it as simple. Contact any arbitrary number. Okay. So now I will be seeing the data of any one employee. So I will just press 2. It is saying enter the ID of this of the employee that you want to that whose data you want to see. Okay. So let's enter the 102. Okay, so it will just show the data as this beautiful table format. Okay, in the top of that, you can see the first column is ID column, the second one is name, the third one is contact. Okay, and if I press enter 3, I can see the data of all the employees. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, the data of the first, the record of the first employee, the record of the second employee, along with this beautiful table format. Okay, so let's just enter the. Okay, so I want to just update the data of the second employee. Okay, so I will just enter the file. Okay, so it is asking enter the ID of the employee. Okay, so I want to update the data of second employee 102. Okay, so do you want to update name of the employee ID? So if I press any other key rather than and Y, so it will jump to the contact number. It will ask you to if you want to change the contact of the employee of second employee. Okay, so I will say yes. So it is asking enter the updated contact of the employee ID 102. So if you can see that uh, there was this contact number, so I want to change it to some another. Okay, so I will just enter any other number. Okay, so it is saying data has been updated successfully. Okay, so I have already updated the data of the second employee. So let's just see whether it has updated or it has been updated or not. Okay, in the data in the program. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, we have updated the data of the second employee or contact number. Okay, second employee contact number. So if I want to delete the data of any employee, or I want to delete the whole record of an employee. Okay, so I will be pressing 4. So let's just press 4. So it is asking for the ID that you want to delete. Okay, so let's just first employee. Okay, so it will ask you to whether you want to delete the data of first employee or not. Okay, so let's say yes. Okay, so it will show this message: data has been deleted successfully. Okay, so we have seen all the first five options. Okay, so now let's just add some more data in the database. Okay, enter the number of employee data you want to insert. Okay, so remember, we have already entered the data of two employee in which I have deleted the from which I have deleted the data of the first employee. Okay, so now I am having data of the only second employee, which is 102. Okay, so now I will be entering two more the data of two more employees. Let's call it as 103. Name uh, what you can type. Let's just do some random uh, contact number also 104. Name is just uh, and this is also random. Okay, so if I see the data of all the employees by pressing 3, so as you can see the data of the first, which is 101, that has been already deleted, and the data of two more employees have been added back to the 102. Okay, so the data that will I will be adding, if there is some if there are some other data in the program, then that will be added to the back of the last data. Okay, so now let's see what will be shown if I press 6. Okay, so it is saying you has logged out successfully. So if you want to enter again into the main dashboard, you can press Y, or if you want to just come out this program, you can press N. Okay, so I will be pressing Y to go back to my original dashboard. Okay, so as you can see, it will again ask you for the sign option because you have already logged out. Okay, so I will just give it my username and password. Okay, so the last option is, if you want to just come out from this loop, come out from this program, then you can press 7. Oh yeah, that's it. So this was the output that will look like if you run this employee data management project. Okay, so now let's see the code that I have written for this program, this project. So yeah, let's go to the main function. Yeah, so this is the main function. So these line will be for the when you run this program, and this line will be come up, and all the sign up the procedure will be shown here. Okay, so this is for transition that we have seen for this after signing up. There will be some wait for going to login command. Okay, login page. Okay, and this is the sign up page. Okay, that I have made using this code. Okay, there are some name and password variable that will hold the original username and password, and while signing in, you will be entering some your username and password, and it will check if there is any mismatch in the username and password or not. If there will be some mismatch, then it will show an error. Okay, and it will just pop up using this pop up and sound using this. Okay, and if suppose there is some mismatch, then it will go again to the login, which is there in the login namespace, where it is. Let's Yeah, there it is. This is the login namespace, and you can see there is this. After mismatching, it will come here, and it will again and again call itself if there will be any mismatch. Okay, so after successfully logging in, you will be entering into the this loop until you will be pressing you will press 7 to come out this loop. Okay, so this is the line that will print continuously, that will be printing continuously in the console. Okay, and I have created one int variable by keeping track of which number you have typed. Okay, so if you have typed the one, you can insert the data, and which is defined in the emp emp okay, there is some noise. um, yeah, so if you have pressed enter, it will go to the insert data function, which has been defined in the emp namespace. Okay, so if I go to the insert data function, yeah, so there it is. So it will ask you for the number of employees you want to enter. Okay, number of employees, the data you want to enter. Okay, so if you have entered any negative or zero, okay, so it will say invalid option. Okay, and it will return from this function. Okay, It will just uh, keep the size of the employees is the vector that I have defined here, that will uh, uh, store all the data of the employees. Okay. And why I have also declared one structure which is employee type, which will hold the ID and name and contact as a public member of this struct data type. Okay. So if you so it will just count the all the data. It will just count the size of the all the existing data. Okay. So if suppose there are three data already present in the data this vector. Okay, so it will just keep the count of this data, and then we will just create the object of an employee, and yeah. So if you just enter that you want to add two more data. Okay, so it will just go from the size of the original data, and from up to the size plus the data you want to enter. Okay, so it will just keep asking the data about employees that you want to enter. Okay, and after you have entered all the necessary data, it will just push back the origin and the data that you have entered to this vector. Okay, this is all about the insert data function. Okay, so if you have just pressed the 2, so it will just go to the show data one. So data one, it will just show you the data of a particular employee. Okay, so if I just go to the show data one option, yeah, this is okay. So if the data of the employee, if the data my vector is empty, that means there is no data in the program in the my data structure. So that will just it will just show that record is empty. Okay, and it will come out from this function. Okay, so if there are some data, so it will ask you for enter the ID of the employee. Okay, so you will be entering some ID, and okay, and if it will just check if there is a if that ID is present in the data structure or not. Okay, if it is not, it will show no such record found. Okay, and it will come out from this function. So this from line number 98 to line number this 10182, I have just created the table that you have seen in the output. Okay, so these are the lines that I have just created for using this C++ code. Okay, so it was very difficult, not that very difficult, but it was some complication for the showing the vertical and horizontal line using how much you want to using this code, and how much you want to keep the width of the line, how much you want to keep the height of the line. Okay, so that was very little bit complicated, not very. Okay, so if you just so now let's come back to our this function. If you just press and 3, it will show it will go to the show data 2 function. Okay, so let's just come to the show data 2 function, and it will just do same as this show data 1 function. There is nothing much difference. It will also show all the employees data by using this code, and maintaining the column and rows by printing the column and rows. Okay. So if I press 4, it will show the it will go to the delete option. Okay, delete function. So what is the delete function? So suppose if that our data structure is already empty, means there is no record in our data structure, then it will just print the record is empty, and it will come out from this function. Okay, or else if there is a if the record is not if the data structure is not empty, then it will just ask you to enter the ID of the employee. Okay, so if you enter the wrong ID, that means the ID that you have entered is not present in the data structure, then it will just print the no such record found. Okay, then it will ask you from do you want to delete the data of this employee or not. Okay, so if you just press Y or small y, capital Y or small y, so it will just delete this data from the data structures by using erase function that vector has provided. Okay, and it will just print the data has been deleted successfully message in the console. Okay, okay, so if you have pressed 5, it will go to the update function. So where is update function? Yeah, so this is update. It will just do like if there is a no data in the data structure, then it will just print the record is empty, and it will just ask the else it will just ask the employee the ID of the employee that you want to update. Okay, and if there is no such ID, then it will just show no such record found. Okay. After that, it will ask you to enter the uh, okay, it will ask you whether you want to update this the name of the employee or not. Okay, if you have pressed Y or small y, so it will just update the it will just ask you the updated name. Okay, so as soon as you enter the name of the employee, updated name of the employee, it will just update the employee. Okay, okay, and after that, it will ask you whether you want to update the contact number of the employee ID that you have entered. Okay, if you press yes, then it will just update this, and if none of them the updation is has been done, then it won't print this data has been updated successfully. Okay, because I have just created one bool variable, and it will keep track if there is any updation or not. If there isn't any updation, then it won't print this. Okay, now if you have pressed 6, it will go to the logout function. Okay, so what logout will do, it will just print the logout successfully, you have logout successfully message, and and the program will go to sleep for 4000 milliseconds. Okay, this is millisecond. Okay, and now then it will ask you uh, whether you want to go to the login page or you want to exit. Okay, if you enter I want to go to the login page, yes. Okay, so it will just go to the login again that we have already defined in the in our login namespace. There it is. Okay, if you have entered something else, then it will just come out from this whole program. Okay, and another um, option is to just exit from this program. Okay, so it will just exit. So this is all about this project, and these are many lines. These are so let me tell you one thing. I have just created this for just this is very not very big, but it is kind of little bit complicated to show how you will manage to show the the table that you have seen in this in the output. Okay, yeah, so that's it. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, so you the source code you can find out here. I will just update it. There were I have already told you there were some bugs, so I have not updated it yet. So you can just have a look at this code and try to make some interesting project in C++. Okay, so yeah, that's all for it today. Thank you.